Well, you think I can answer?
You think you can what?
Well,
I think aha.
You get to think a little bit if you want.
I need time. I am old. Hi friends, and welcome to Wives versus World, where we have fun talking about queer stuff and life as a trans cis married couple. I am Jackie.
I'm Anya.
Guys, we hit 20K. It's so
crazy.
Some would say a milestone.
I think it's quite a milestone. I think that takes us from like the small category to the like medium category, I'd say.
Medium.
Maybe not. These numbers these days are crazy, but like in the vast majority of YouTube.
Thank you so much for sticking around. As promised, we're going to do a Q&A. You guys submitted some wonderful questions and some recommendations.
I feel...
You feel?
No, that's fine.
It's good.
I'm gonna ramble. Don't let me.
All right. From our Wives versus World Instagram account, where can I find more about your intimate moments if you have ever talked or shown?
Okay, starting out
real strong.
Well, I think we have several videos on YouTube about like spicy kind of stuff.
We can link them in the description below. We also do have a presence on a certain website where you can see much more skimpy stuff.
Yes.
That would maybe constitute a more intimate moment.
I would say we share a bunch of stuff on the old OF for the interested people.
Exactly. It's not educational, but it sure is fun to look at. Would Anya consider ever being more mask?
More mask?
Can you get more mask?
Probably. I am still no one is confused about my gender, you know?
No.
Everyone knows that I'm a little woman, little lady of the kind. And I don't know, I feel like I'm at a pretty good point. At this point I like my presentation. I change it all the time to fit whatever I feel like. But I wouldn't go on T if that's kind of the asking thing. So maybe sometimes I would like some of the effects, but again, I don't want to lose my hair. I don't want to deal with the back and butt hair stuff. Like,
you're sweaty enough it is.
I'm so sweaty, so sweaty. You know, I feel good.
If you could have one pet, real or not, and always passive, what would you choose and why? Always passive?
Yeah, so it wouldn't attack you.
Oh, it wouldn't attack me.
I assume that's what it means. Cheetah or jaguar could be so cute. Big kitty.
Big furry boy.
Big boy.
Big boy.
paws. I love capybara.
I would say capybara too.
Oh really?
Yes.
They're so cute and they are very passive. But I wouldn't want to keep them as a pet. That is not responsible. They need a good environment.
And lots of capybaras too. I think they need more. And then like one of those like warm yuzu baths, like they get in the Japanese zoos. And I can't for the life of me find good yuzu here. So that would be the one. And the why? They're so cute.
And they're so big.
They're like
I could hug them. I could do like this. I like them a lot.
How can I find girlfriend as trans girl? It's hard for me, and I'm also polyamorous.
We actually get this question sometimes, like how do I find a girlfriend? We don't know. We have not been dating like in the dating market
anyone
since
else.
we were teens.
Exactly. Like we're dating.
Yes, obviously, but we're not on the market.
No.
We haven't been actively looking for dating since we were like teenagers, and things have changed a lot since then. We have never been on the apps, on the
sites.
dating apps. I would say maybe Discord. That seems like the place to find trans girls. I think a lot of stuff goes on Discord these days, and trans girls are the little techie girls. So they will be finding. You will find them there. I don't know.
I don't
talk to
either.
people. You gotta talk to people. You gotta form friendships.
It's a big part of it anyway.
Yeah.
I think we need more specifics.
Yes.
But I mean, if you're polyamorous, it seems like you have options.
I think there are options, but we are not the people to ask. We don't know this.
No, we don't know. Sorry. Going to Copenhagen in December to visit my girlfriend. Any recommendations for places to go?
We've gotten a lot of questions about Copenhagen, like throughout the years. So we should probably do something on Copenhagen.
We should do a tour.
Yes. Number one Absolute number one, go to Tivoli. I think everyone will enjoy that no matter. It is the world's oldest, the second oldest amusement park. The other one is also in Denmark.
It's north of Copenhagen.
Yeah. But it is a very old amusement park. But the thing is, you don't have to go to try the rides if that's not your thing.
No.
The whole vibe there is just very magical, very lovely. You can go and get so many snacks. Look at so many cute things.
There's some really nice like dining options in there. It's not just like corn dogs. It's not just like corn dogs and French fries.
It's kind of fine dining, a lot of it, so it's also very expensive.
But real nice.
Yes, very nice.
You could also go to The Pond, which is a somewhat new queer bookstore that just opened last year, earlier this year, I'm not quite sure. That's a good place for a date if you're looking for some good reads. Copenhagen is very small, so you can see a lot of the city in just like a few days. You probably know this if you have a girlfriend here.
You should try out pastries.
Yes.
I would say cakes and pastries. There are so many options for good pastries and cakes in Copenhagen, and I think that's don't
sleep on that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly. Like the patisseries and the bakeries in Copenhagen really up their game. Our food inherently might be a bit uninteresting, but there
are so many. Our cake game is a top tier. There also is a lot of good food now in Copenhagen if you look for it. Like,
and if you have the money for it.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Copenhagen is extremely expensive. But our cultural cuisine, is not the most interesting out there. I have one here. What's your favorite literary trope? I don't think I have any like specific trope. There's a lot of good ones that will get me. But I think my favorite thing is like complex character dynamics and relationship dynamics. I like it when you cannot just figure the situation out by talking. I like queer romance books and fantasy books.
No shit.
Because that's what I write. And a lot of romance books, it's a little too easy, it's a little too fluffy. It's a little like, why don't you just talk about it? And then you would have no issues. So I really like it when there are things like outside of their control that complicates it. I really like that.
Can you explain hurt comfort to me?
It's like when, my understanding is when like one character is growing. When one character is going through something really hard, and then the other person gets to take care of them and like help them, and it sounds like just
for unrelated reasons. I might like that one a lot.
What's your favorite thing about each other? I think we've answered this in other videos, but we're gonna answer it again.
Yes.
I love talking about it.
I like how authentic you are.
Aww,
I like how honest to yourself you are, that you're always like 100% true to your goals and your dreams and aspirations. And I think that's very admirable.
Thank you. That was just one thing. Oh, yeah.
We just have to choose one thing.
Keep it coming, baby girl.
All right, I like a massive titty.
You smell good.
What do you like?
I think your kindness. I think I say this every time but your kindness gotta be my favorite thing, and also your green eyes. I love you. Like genuinely so kind and think so much about other people and know how to make other people happy. Like, if I have to do that, I have to think so hard, and I'm not. I don't do it very well either. So I just admire that about you so much, and how you stay so soft. You know. Favorite 2000s girl show.
Totally Spice.
Totally Spice
is that what we're talking about here? Is it like
I don't
real
know.
people?
I don't know, but you can say Totally Spice.
That's
a 2000s
obviously,
girl show.
I love that.
It is so good, and I love the Danish voice acting. Alex's voice actor is my favorite. She's so good.
If you've played, like, do you play AAA video games? She voices the female Eivor in Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Does she though?
She does.
Okay, she just sounds quite different.
She's also 20 years older, and she's putting on a gruff kind of...
Yeah, exactly. So she's so good.
Yum.
Love her. This one's for me.
For you?
Anya, do you have plans for other book series you want to write? So if you happen to not know, I am an author. I write books. I have published the first 2 in this spicy fantasy romance queer series and 2 more coming, but these 2 are the first ones, and Jackie did the covers and they're so gorgeous. So my first plan is to finish the last 2 books of this series, which I'm very excited about.
There are going to be 4 books?
There's going to be 4 books.
Oh my god.
And I'm working on it, working hard. The next thing I'm going to write, it got to be a standalone. I can't start, like, this was such a big project and I love it, but I want to try something more contained next time. I think my next project is going to be this sapphic western, fantasy western kind of romance thing about maybe like revenge and betrayal and stuff like that. I'm very excited for it. Trans-sapphic love interest is the plan.
It's me. Can I be in your western book?
Do you want to?
Kinda.
Okay, then you can. You can be the love interest. So I'm pretty excited about that one. But again, gotta finish my first series first. Hello, freak. Jesus. What was the first thing you noticed about each other when you met? I've said this so many times because I met Jackie online before I met her in real life. I saw her on a forum. And she didn't know who I was, but I knew who she was. Because she was the prettiest person I had ever seen in my entire life. And she had these huge green eyes that melted my heart.
Just makeup and looking like all like scene kid up in the camera and everything.
She had my heart from the start. She was so beautiful, so beautiful. So that was the first thing I noticed about her.
I think the first thing I noticed about you was how well dressed you were.
You think so?
Like
even back then?
You looked immaculate.
Aww.
Like you would come into, because we met at Japanese weep class, and like you would just come in your beautiful dresses, and I'd be sitting there like after a long day of like high school or something, and like just looking like greasy as fuck or something, and you would come in looking absolutely like beautiful, and I'd just be like, damn.
That's so sweet. Damn, bro, one dom with 25,000 subs? What a dowry.
Not a question, but a really good comment.
It made me chuckle. And there's one that just says cats? Question mark.
Yes,
we do have 2 cats. We love them.
Then we have a few questions from the YouTube commentary. So first one here is, what type of art do y'all enjoy?
I'm supposing they mean visual arts.
Maybe. But I think it's broad enough that you can say like whatever you want.
I like a lot of I'm trying to think. What art do I like? I like spicy art. I like saucy, spicy, filthy art.
Yes.
I've enjoyed supporting people on Patreon, seeing their saucy, spicy art.
Sauce.
And now I'm very enjoying Jackie's blue sky feed.
Medium wise, I really like. I'm a tattoo artist. I like inked works, like ink on paper. I think you can get some really expressive stuff with that. I really love watercolor. I guess I like things where you can muck about a bit and you can have it be like messy and immediate in a way, and where there's just no fixing mistakes. I think that's like the most expressive you can get. I think that's beautiful.
I just want to add that I really, really like art that has a really authentic point of view, whether it be like movies or books or songs, anything, something that where people like had a strong vision for it, and you can tell that it is like something close to the heart. And
you don't want dribble.
Drivel.
I
don't want dribble. I don't want slop.
I don't want dribble. I don't want slosh.
Not any of that wet shit. I like it dry. I like art that's a little bit out there, but with a really strong point of view. I like something that's a little...
Has a bit of edge.
Has a bit of edge.
Edging? Edging, no.
I do like edging as an art form.
What music do you guys listen to?
Oh, we love music.
We love music. I can't get enough of that sweet music.
Some people say I don't really listen to music, I don't really care. But I think we're the opposite of that. We really care about music. We do listen to music together, but we also have quite distinct tastes, I feel like. But we usually find a compromise that we can both enjoy, so we can listen to stuff together.
I really like I've been open about this before. I really like Japanese visual kei artists.
Yeah,
and
we
I
grew
still
up on
listen
that.
to it. Yeah.
Yes, we listened to that all our teenagehood, and that has shaped a lot of our experience
And tastes.
life taste,
Exactly.
aesthetics.
When I'm not listening to this, I do enjoy the occasional musical. I'm not gonna get into which ones.
The weird ones.
The weird. What are you talking? No,
Aren't they the weird ones?
I don't know. Are they though?
They're not like Hamilton and
No.
the big ones. Wicked.
No.
You like the little weird musicals.
I enjoy them a little weird.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I listen to a lot of like just background music. I think video game music is a wonderful art form, especially when you just need to sit down and do something for hours, because it's composed in a way that you can listen to it for hours and not be driven crazy or like be distracted or...
Yes. So much of my books were written with the Crisis Core soundtrack playing in the background. Also, the Final Fantasy XII one is so opulent.
What do you like? What are you into?
I like musicians that have really strong lyrics. I really enjoy lyrics that are poignant.
A big, strong point of view.
A big, strong point of view, and preferably a little out there. One of my favorite artists for years has been Orville Peck. I love
you like your Orville Peck.
Yeah, his music is just up my alley.
The way you said that, the emphasis.
Again, he has such a strong both visual and musical point of view that like that shouldn't necessarily work, but it just does. You know, he trusted his vision, and I love that so much. I really like listening to Owl City. Owl City has such great lyrics. And I know most of them people just know the Fireflies and the Good Time or whatever it's called. There's so many good songs, but I don't want to promote it too hard because there's something about
the Mormon
hardcore.
Thing or
no, not Mormon. He's
no,
just
that's
hardcore
not him.
Christian.
He's just hardcore Christian, yeah.
And that's weird to me. But
what about Atheist?
yeah, that's what I want to say. They have been our top artists again for like the past 2 years or something. Atheist is so good. They are like this little couple in Texas, I think, who live stream their music, and that's how they
streams on Twitch.
Their music is just so delightful, so musically delightful, so interesting, and the lyrics are a little crazy
in a good way,
in a very good way.
So I think like you could, in a word, say you like stuff that is like mellow and deep in a way.
I would say so, and it's weird because I came from metal being my preferable genre, but I guess mellow and deep. That is I guess what I like these days. And you really enjoy the music part of music, right?
Yes.
You really into listen to this guitar solo, like
lyrics mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
I can't sit down and listen. Like Anya will point out, listen to this, and I'm like, oh, come on, that makes sense.
I'll go on a whole like, can you imagine? And I think they thought this with this lyric, and I think this means this, and maybe this part symbolizes blah blah blah.
I'll be focused on the sound landscape of it, the way the drums are like really going goom, or like double pedal, let's go, or like listen to how the guitar is using like reverb here, or because I used to play music, I used to
be in a band.
Used to be in a band. But I still appreciate it, and it's what I gravitate to.
You'll always point out like, oh, notice that the trumpets came in here, or notice how the way they shifted the guitar up to the chorus or something.
Yeah. Oh my god, I think it's gonna modulate it.
Yeah, and I usually don't because I listen to the lyrics, so I don't.
And then
notice.
You will tell me in turn.
Yeah.
Hey, this is pretty profound. Listen to the verse.
Yes.
See how you like it.
Yeah.
So that was a long way of answering one very simple, very nice question.
Yes, but we are passionate.
We are passionate. Which is your favorite country, and which is your favorite language?
I gotta say, after having traveled a little bit and lived far away for a little bit, I really like the country that we live in. I really like Denmark. It functions really well as a country, and there's so many benefits to here, and I like the culture and all that stuff. Boring. That's the boring answer.
I mean, it also depends on like what angle you're coming from, because it's like what kind of like culture do you find the most interesting? That would be one answer.
That wouldn't be
food
Danish. We both traveled a lot in Japan, so I think the obvious answer for us would be Japan, because we love spending time in Japan. We have some really nice friends there. We love the food. We love the aesthetics. We love people are really nice. It's really I really like speaking Japanese because it's so. You have to say so little to be understood by people, which I think is incredible. Like in Denmark, you have to say so much and so correctly for anyone to understand you, which I think is a huge demerit for people learning Danish. But I felt so like appreciated when I would be speaking Japanese, and people were so nice to do their best to understand me, and I really
and help.
Yeah, and help, and I really like that. I think Japanese is very fun to speak.
I have to say, I really like the vibes in like cities in Japan. But
Yes.
When I lived there on exchange, I lived like outside of Tokyo in a not a small town, but it was still like small enough that you could feel like
The smallness
of it. And where you lived, it was kind of the same. It was compared to Denmark, like a big city.
Yeah.
But here it was kind of countryside, and I could see myself living there. But as we're doing what we're doing, and like with our finances and our dreams and goals, I think Denmark is like maybe the best place for us to be.
Yeah, and I also, after having lived in Japan, I like being able to do whatever I want and express myself how I want and be able to defend that. While it is so much more limited in Japan, especially when you're a foreigner. You have to be very you have to be good.
Mindful. But I do think that speaks to like an immigrant story.
Yes.
If you go to a different place,
you've got to kind of follow their rules.
Exactly, and that can be stifling. And I think that's something that's very good to be cognizant about, because when you're not part of like the in group or like the dominant culture,
you can't really be the I'm gonna break this rule.
No, exactly.
You gotta follow.
That was one thing when I was there. You got some leeway because you were to a certain degree just like you were a student, you were a young person, you were a foreigner, but at the same time, it's like there is a part of me that I now have to express in a different way, or that I just can't express because it would jive where I'm from. It doesn't jive here, and that's hard. It's a strain that I think to a certain degree will always be there.
I think so too, and you have to always put like a damper on yourself, which I don't enjoy.
No,
it would drive me crazy.
It's an incredible privilege to be in a culture, like be in the culture that you are maybe from, where you can just express yourself. And you don't have to like. It doesn't take effort necessarily to be understood. And I think that's something that's you have to be cognizant about. What were we talking about?
I like accents, like English accents more than like maybe language, because I can still understand it, but it has a bit of spice, you know. I love.
You've been listening to a lot of like Scouse.
Yes, my writer friend is Scouse, and it's so. I think it's so sexy. They don't think so.
I really appreciate like Thai as well. I have had very limited exposure to it, but I think it sounds really beautiful.
It's it sounds so charming. It sounds so cute.
But
I've learned, I can speak German as well, but I wouldn't.
But you wouldn't.
No, I think I feel the same way about Danish, that I like the language a lot, but it's not.
Where's the sauce?
Where's the sauce? No, I don't know. It's just not that interesting to me, I guess.
No. Do either of you like baking? And if so, what's your fave pastry baked good to make?
We are not bakers in
We're
this
not
family,
bakers.
Unfortunately.
The thing is, I like the concept of baking. I like eating baked goods. I'm not an enjoyer of the baking arts because unlike cooking, I can't just do whatever I want. To me, you kind of have to be like a clockmaker to be able to like make really good pastry. Whereas
you just want to vibe.
I just want to vibe.
It's easier with food than with baking. Also, my mom is an incredible baker, and she will bake us cakes and pastries all the time.
Exactly.
So we don't really have that missing.
No.
Also,
and also
when we're not close to her, we have
our D&D group.
Oh yeah, also that. We also have an incredible baker in a D&D group who brings us incredible homemade cakes.
She should be on like the Great Danish Bake Off.
Yes, definitely.
Cooking, baking show.
And when we don't have them, we are surrounded by really good bakeries within like 2-minute walks everywhere here. We love
We're well
cakes,
served.
but we do not bake.
maybe boring, bland answer, but I do like a dream cake, a drømmekage, a Danish like sponge cake thing with a shredded coconut, butter, brown sugar kind of like topping, and then you bake it and it gets all like caramelized and lovely. And
my mom makes this frozen fragilité, which is incredible, like kind of mocha-y, meringue,
whipped cream heavy.
Yes, and chocolate. It's very good, and I could eat that for days.
And we have
it. Yes, it's so good.
Do you have any favorite cakes? Do you have anything you think we should try? Like, where would you start me, a non-baker, with contempt for measurements? Where would you start me off?
Oh,
let me know. Is there a possible future where you might co-write a graphic novel together?
Oh, that would be the dream, wouldn't it? This would be
lovely.
So cool since you are an artist.
And you're a writer.
Yeah, it would be very cool. But
but
maybe one day, we won't say never, but we don't work that well together on projects.
No, because we have very, very different ways of working.
Yeah.
I feel.
So I don't think it would ever come to fruition.
No, I think...
Unfortunately.
Anya is a very like sit down, shut up and write and get to work kind of person. And I'm like whenever fancy strikes or whenever there's like a deadline, and if it's like a continuous deadline for months, I'm like, I'm struggling.
Yeah, and we would never finish it, I think.
I think that there is a world in which we could do like a smaller, like, or like an anthology series or like different kinds of things, because also if I'm working on the same thing for months, I'm gonna start losing interest.
Yeah. It would take time, and again, books, even graphic novels, people don't want to pay much for it, so you make very, very little money from doing stuff like that. So that wouldn't be possible to focus on.
But I would love to. Like, my dream is to one day do a graphic novel, and I need all the help and support I can get, because I can't write a story from scratch. It's not what I do. I come up with silly ideas, like, oh, you could do this too, or like if that plot point was different, it would be this thing. And I'm not able to like string it together like all by myself, like a wonderful, like fulfilling story.
It would also be really cool to make a little children's book together at some point, like where you did like watercolor illustrations. Would be so cute, and it wouldn't be too big of a project maybe.
No, I think maybe a couple of months at work, maybe.
We've talked about that a few times, but again, like children. I was going to say children's books aren't where my passion lies in storytelling.
No.
And then I was going to say children aren't my passion. You can tell a really good story, and of course, but again, prioritizing it just comes down on the list when there's so many other things we want to do.
But at some point,
I
think
it would be
that
fun.
would be a dream of mine. I think I would love to do that. Do you have any idea for your next book? And what does your ideal life look like in 10 years? Ideal life in 10 years? We've put out the graphic novel.
In 10 years?
In 10 years.
Okay.
We've co-written more than a few books.
Yeah. I would like to co-write. Because I think we would have some really good stories to tell, like both in more of like, non-fiction style book about our experiences as a couple and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Could be really cool. And we also have sometimes we talk about stories when we drive or whatever, and we come up with a whole like little plot line and everything.
Like in that way we work really well together, because like you're able to come up with like really solid plots and really, really good characters. And then there are just like a few things here and there where it's like, how do I get from this dead end to here, or a story beat has been dropped, or like a thread has become a bit loose. Like I'm really good at tying these things up.
Yeah.
When I have a big thing in front of me, I can go and like, oh yeah, so okay, this is, and we call it. I'm the
You're an idea maker as problem solver.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're a workhorse.
Yes. In 10 years, I would love to be financially stable.
Yes.
I'm not sure that it's realistic still from what we're doing, but I would love to. I would love to have published a handful of more books. I would love to make a proper income from my books. Right now, as I'm not advertising, I almost make no money at all. And that's fair. I do that in other ways, but it would still be so satisfying to be able to do that. I would love to keep growing our YouTube. I think we still make YouTube videos in 10 years. I hope so.
Hopefully.
We could be living here in this apartment, but someday I think we would love to be house owners and have a house, small house, and have a garden. That would be really, really important to us. We still have not figured out any way that could be possible, but maybe.
I would like not to live under the yoke of fascism.
Wouldn't that be nice, you know?
Just a bit bigger scale. I think that would be lovely. I would like to do more art. I would like to do more different art. I would like to be able to dedicate myself to my craft and not be in a state where I have to worry about where like the next month's rent is going to come from.
What we do now, this is what I still want to be doing in 10 years. I don't want to do something drastically different.
No.
I would love if I didn't have to do my desk day job, which is just a part-time job, but I would love if I didn't have to do that. But I love what we do now. I love spending time writing books, doing all the OF stuff we do. I love doing YouTube. I love having a creative life like this. Like, this is what I want to be doing in 10 years, you know?
Exactly. I don't want to be wildly like successful. I don't want to be like a huge star or like, I don't want to be like famous and stuff. I want to keep doing what we do, but I kind of like don't want to have the worries that we do have
Yes,
now.
exactly. That's exactly it.
So
cross fingers for us.
I have no question. Just want to thank you for all the lovely videos.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Then we have no answer, but we want to thank you for watching.
Thank you.
It's really nice. Thank you so much. Gaming video, woo, please.
Yes, we have been talking about this for a long time also. The thing about living in two different places is that it makes the gaming schedule really difficult, but we do want to make gaming content at some point. We hope over the winter to start some streaming of some kind. So we'll see. No more about that.
No, like we're gonna get fiber soon, I think.
Yes.
And maybe we'll post a stream VOD kind of thing on this channel. But like if it becomes a regular thing, we might start another channel just so we don't clog the feed. But thank you. We will try. Thank you for spreading so much joy. What do you enjoy most about your cottage?
Thank you for watching. This person is referring to, in the summer we live in this little cottage in the woods that
Next
my
to your parents
own. Yeah, and it's I love being there. It's not usable in winter, so we can't live there year round. But we live there as much as we can during the summer. It's like surrounded by very big trees, which I love. I love the nature there. I love going out into the garden and having a garden, being able to watch the wildlife. Like sometimes frogs will come by a little pond.
Deer will just go by, walk by the window. The fox will show up sometimes.
Yeah, there's so many insects like dragonflies flying in the air and so many interesting cool bugs that my dad tells me about. And I just love the quietness. It feels like it exists in a realm that's like parallel to the
everyday.
Yeah, exactly. I love it there.
Our lives, our problems and everything, it seems very different when we're there.
Other things become important when we're there. It feels like the analog world becomes more important. Like just being together, being with my mom, doing things in nature. And that's really nice. While when we're here, our digital life takes up more space, which I also like, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. But I also do like the grounding of being at the cottage.
These videos are amazing. With voice training, do you eventually just start to use the feminine voice naturally without thinking about it?
We did a whole video about the voice stuff that you can find on our channel.
The short story is I didn't do any like authorized conscious voice training. It was like the music, the singing, the stuff. I just kind of like adopted what worked for me there and was conscious of that. And now accessing a lower registry is something that I can try, but I'm not very successful at.
You don't have access to your old voice anymore.
Not really.
Not at all.
I think when I read aloud, like when I do like Gaia's voice.
But that's still nothing like how you used to sound. You sound like a different person, even when you voice act. But you still can do lower voices.
Yes.
But the feminine one comes natural to you now, right? If you can rest in it.
Like doing these videos, we start with hi friends and blah 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 blah, and like I do consciously go up higher, also to appeal to an American audience. Where in Denmark we tend to speak flatter and
from our stomach.
Exactly.
Deep, relaxed talking.
Yes. Like in Danish, I would maybe be more around here. Jeg vil nok tale meget mere sådan i det her leje og køre meget mere sådan like back of the throat, more relaxed, more. So this would be like the natural voice that I would do in everyday life.
Still
I
very-
think still kind of yes, it just like for me, whatever I did, it just like kind of stuck. I don't know, maybe a speech therapist would, that's the fear I have. Like someone's going to come and say, oh no, you're doing it wrong. In like 10 years, you can't speak at all. But like right now it's working. It doesn't feel like I'm straining. I don't feel a fatigue. I feel like I could speak like this all day.
But I think your experience is kind of not a unique one, but it sounds kind of like out of the ordinary. Most trans girls have to do a lot of voice coaching.
Someone should have documented this. I don't know if you answered your question, but how did you meet and who proposed to who?
We also have videos on this way back. We did that years ago, I think, but we met
a Japanese weeb class.
Yes, Japanese class, because I was going on exchange.
Hajime mashite.
Stop. That's where we officially met. I already knew Jackie online. I stalked her a little bit because she was very beautiful. Then when we started that class, we took the same train home every time and talked a little bit on the train. And then we started getting the same friends, going to the same parties, making out a bunch.
And then eventually we started dating.
Yeah, that led to that. On our 3rd anniversary, during these 3 years, we had talked about wanting to get married. We both knew we wanted to get married. I had turned 18 that year. Then we could actually get married.
It was a possibility.
Yeah, we didn't want to get engaged before we could get married. I don't know. So on our 3rd anniversary, we had bought rings and we proposed to each other.
As romantic as like just popping the question could be for some, I feel like for us and maybe actually for a lot of people, like having talked about it and being like, so is this what we want to do? Is it really good? Like you don't have to wake up on your 3rd anniversary and like turn to your partner and go 3, 2, 1, want to get married. But like just having that sort of like, hey, are we on the same page about where this relationship is going? I think is very nice. Obviously really, really cool and really, really romantic and very practical. Very practical. Northern European.
But also, I don't like doing surprises, and I don't think any of us like surprises.
I love a good surprise. I don't know that I would necessarily be able to handle a want to get married, like out of the blue question. Maybe I would be like, yeah, you sure? Which is not the answer you want.
I think for us, this was the right thing.
I think so too. Thank you for asking me to marry you.
Likewise, baby.
And this is from meme photo JD Vance. Thank you. When you girls are not dealing with work, YouTube, and the books, what do you do in your free time? So thank you for assuming we have any free time.
We are not good about having free time. We're always working on... because we do like 5 different things, and to make any of that happen,
you have to do things all the time.
Yeah, and our work is also our hobbies, most of it. So that is mostly what we do. But we also do watch some YouTube channels, and like while we eat, we always watch YouTube channels. We also do a bit of gaming together. We've been playing a lot of Planet Zoo lately.
But I think one thing we are doing is like we do D&D.
Yes,
and
we do that a lot.
We keep that sort of like, that's sacred. That's something that's for the group. That's just for us. We're not going to be sharing that.
We love walking.
We love running.
We do running. We run in the morning together. We love going to cafes together. Yes. We love like doing activities together.
Crosswords as mentioned.
Yeah, we do a lot of crosswords. We listen to podcasts.
Silly word games.
Yeah, sometimes we
like to come up with like dumb things. The truth is we don't have as much time for it as we would like. Do you go out with friends on a regular basis? And if so, what kind of adventures, like cozy or even hardcore parties? I'm mostly asking because you two seem quite cozy, maybe even introverted. And as I've seen and loved the day in our live video, and also the Netherlands vlog, which is another IRL video, I'm just generally curious about lifestyle of people who have cozy lives. If that doesn't sound weird.
I love this question. And we do have cozy lives, to be honest. We partied so much, very hard when we were young, for years.
Too much.
Probably a little too much. I love my teenagehood.
Me too.
So one of the best parts of my life. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
For years, but we stopped doing that at some
going
point.
out most weekends from you're 16 till you're like 22, something. I mean, once I hit university, I was like, my partying days are behind me.
Yeah, I've done this enough.
I don't want to. So like when I go out with friends, I go to their place and we maybe make some dinner or just do coffee, or we go for long walks. or like go to museums and talk about like art, history, and politics, stuff like that.
Exactly, same here.
So it's very like retired lifestyle in a way. I can imagine older women also having this kind of like relationship that, oh, we go for coffee or we go to museums. Truthfully, that's what I like. I like to go swimming in the ocean. I love that a lot.
You do that a lot in summer with your friends.
I do. What do you do with your friends?
Kind of the same as you. Meet for cake and tea. Yep. Catch up. What's been happening. Watch movies together. Go for long walks. I love going for long walks.
Arf, arf.
That is what we do. We just don't party anymore.
No.
I can't drink anymore. I don't drink at all.
I don't either. I go for the occasional cocktail like maybe once or twice a year. And we love seeing new places.
Yeah. So we do have a pretty cozy lifestyle by now.
Last part is also not to be overtly political, just asking because thinking about moving. Only maybe. Hard trans rights in Denmark.
You can get political, baby. We're not above that.
No. Political?
Trans rights are pretty amazing in Denmark. Like, they're good, amazing compared to the rest of the world. Good compared to being a person with rights.
I mean, considering like waiting lists and the political climate in places like the US or the UK, I would say trans rights in Denmark are much preferable, like
probably some of the best in the world.
We do still have issues. We do still have backlashes from time to time. We have parties who are very eager to try to import a sort of like anti-woke kind of mindset. It doesn't seem to be sticking as well. I mean, if you are able to do so, I think it's a safer place to be than a lot of other places.
Yeah, that's the thing with the rights. Good. Actually moving to Denmark, extremely difficult. If you are outside the European Union, it's borderline impossible unless you have one of the desirable jobs, which mostly is like biotech stuff and some kind of, I don't know. So
like, not to get overtly political, but Denmark took a very xenophobic turn back in the aughts. We had a bunch of like a series of governments that just went to like, you know, on election on the promise of like tightening immigration, of like making it harder and harder and harder and harder.
And they just keep going on that train. Like
still,
the Danish government and a lot of people don't like immigrants, and it is very shameful. At the same time, we're liking people to do jobs, and how are we gonna take care of people? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, not to get overly political.
No,
but it is very difficult to immigrate to Denmark. So check up on that. If you have one of the desirable degrees, maybe you can. And if you are inside the EU, you have a much better opportunity to move to Denmark. So investigate all that. It's a whole thing.
Exactly. I will repeat, we are not immigration specialists. We are not lawyers.
We don't know jack shit.
We don't know anything. Thank you so much for watching our 20K Q&A celebration video.
It was a long one. I hope you're gonna like this thick boy.
Exactly. We hope you had fun, and if you did, you can subscribe for more.
It's true.
We try to upload like twice a month. Sometimes that doesn't happen, but you can find us like all over the internet. There are some links in the description.
If you miss us, you can get my books.
1 book, 2
queer, fantasy, series, spicy, political drama, all that good stuff.
You can come get a tattoo like this one that
by
I
Jackie.
did. Ba, ba, ba.
You can find us on the OF to see our spicier content. Watch us have fun with all that stuff.
It's a scary time out there.
Take care of yourself.
We are much stronger when we are in some sort of community.
So please take care of each other. Check in with your friends. Remember to have fun.
Exactly.
Do something that your heart desires. Eat that extra cake.
Yes.
Please have a good time. It is very important these days to have a good time.
That's defiance. We hope to see you next time.
Bye.
It's like,
usually use it on this side.
That's clearly a doll.
You are my little blow-up doll.
I didn't say that.
Okay. I love you.
And you are on the phone. We're doing the video.
Ja, men jeg prøver at finde de der spørgsmål jo. I try to help you.
You're trying to help me.